So, this documentary started in 2015 and they followed Janet for the next 5 years. Now, I would like to address this documentary correctly, but we're not allowed to curse for the first 30 seconds of the video. So, we're going to have 15 seconds of silence before I tell Janet, girl, nobody has 4 hours to watch you mumble and skirt the issue. Now, Heffa, honestly, I should just watch one of your concert videos. Maybe Janet Jackson in Hawaii, that All For You era, before everything went bad. Because I don't know what type of mumbling mess I'm about to get myself in. And it's a relaxing Sunday morning. I don't want to irritate myself like I did the last time I went to see you. And 2 hours? Ooh, you know what? At least this will get my sign language up. Let me make sure the closed captions are on. This will get my sign language up. Let me make sure the closed captions are on. You can hear the church bell, but you can't hear Janet. Oh, Jesus, we don't know. Girl, we done watch your brother's documentaries, the family's documentaries. We ain't got to take it on back to Gary. We need to hear about you. You was a baby then. When she did her sign language hit, control, what did you mean you were never gonna stop? Because you never started singing. Oh, they was on TV in the 70s, and the way LaToya said, and I'm LaToya, it reminded me of that Saturday night skit with, who's that girl we sick of? Anne Hathaway, where it was, I'm Laura, I'm Judy, and I'm Eunice. It just gave me that kind of tea. It was a little off. Janet, we don't care about your siblings. I'd heard enough from Rebe, Toya, all the other ones. It's about you, Heifer. Rebe always seemed like the only Jackson with some sense, but child, this part of the story ain't necessary. We done heard, oh Lord, I'm about to fast forward. Let's get to when you was solo, because I done seen your childhood enough. I'm fast forwarding. We ain't even talking about her life. We getting into them brothers and they can remain on unsung. Let's get to Janet's vocal ability and her dancing ability. Because it's 1968 and Janet is 2 years old. Why are we telling Michael's story? Michael's story's been told ad nauseum. Oh, for the love of God, I did not just say Lee Daniels. Sissy Daniels is in this. I might just have to whisper for the whole time to really give Janet the due that she deserves. Maybe this could be an ASMR experience. Who's this honky? I ain't even slowing down for her. Why do I have all these chords? We're still looking at baby Janet. Okay, I'm gonna slow it down because we finally got into good times. So when the Jackson 5 fired Joe Jackson as their manager, that's when Joe was able to focus all of his attention on Janet. She was truly dedicated to her craft of never speaking above a whisper. However, Janet wasn't necessarily a fan of just singing the songs her father wanted her to sing. Janet was also tired of being tied in with the Jackson name. She wanted her own fans and unique sound, not just to be the brother of the Jackson 5. Damn it, Janet, you had such a beautiful nose at 18. Why'd you have to hack it up? So to escape control of Joe Jackson, Janet decides to get married to Al DeBarge. So in Janet Jackson fashion, she decided to marry James DeBarge in secret. Somebody needs to get Rebe Jackson a better wig. Janet Jackson has been keeping secrets all of her life, because even when I went to see her perform live, I still couldn't tell you what she sounded like. The mumble was too muffled. So on Janet's wedding night, instead of getting some of that Janet grip, he went out to go get himself high. How you gonna pass up honeymoon humping? I'll never understand. But it's a good thing y'all didn't have that secret, baby. I'm not gonna keep whispering because that's hard on your voice. But so now Janet's on fame because her pappy wanted her to do it. I thought you got married to stop doing what your pappy wanted you to do. He probably told you to mess with that nose. Even Debbie Allen said Janet is very quiet. So don't argue with me no more. Argue with Debbie Allen. But Janet wasn't blossoming on fame, so she went on after a few. So as James DeBarge's drug problems got worse and they was fighting over pills, Janet realized she had to hef on. Janet, are you doing this interview in a cold climate? Why are you so bundled up? I had a Scotland girl. It ain't that cold. And so because of the annulment, everybody wanted to know, is there a secret baby? But she says no, there's no secret baby. Especially not one on Growing Up Hip Hop. They really gonna tease the ending of that right before a commercial. Y'all trifling, Lifetime. So now it all makes sense. Michael Jackson, when he was really big, he showed up somewhere and the newscaster said he was here for about a minute. That's where Janet gets it from. So when Michael got big off Thriller, him and Janet weren't as close anymore. I guess all they had in common were their surgeons. So after Janet's pappy quit being her manager, she got with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So they wanted to produce Janet in a whole new way, which gave us the idea of control. And this is when she got with Paula Abdul, and we really got to see the choreography. Now, Janet, like Beyonce, is an amazing dancer. An amazing dancer. Now, we can't say that either of them are real. Well, we can say Beyonce is a vocalist because we can hear Beyonce. But we can't really call Janet a vocalist. Maybe an SMR artist, but not a vocalist. But a dancer, absolutely. A dancing star. That's probably why we can't hear her. She's so out of breath from all that great dancing. When you were 17, you did what people told you. But then you got older. When you were 23, we could barely hear you. But still bought your music. At 53, you really just stopped trying and got to mumbling. A mute. That is what we've got. A mute. 'Cause we're hearing you not. A mute. She mumbles the best she can. A mute. And just to voice her man. I mean, y'all wanted a roast, right? This is boring. I mean, I feel like this has been documented before, but okay, heifer. I ain't getting nothing new. Oh my God. Oh my God. Amber Riley and Raven Goodwin do look alike. They definitely could play sisters. I'm going to have to peep at this single black female. Oh, Lord. I was not expecting this. Why was this commercial more interesting than an hour and 30 minutes of this documentary? Then again, I was never expecting anything from Janet to be interesting. I'll tell you that. I mean, a few hits from back in the day, but not since Harlem Week. So the Control album does really well, and Janet's falling in love with Renee Angelil. Rebe, why were you surprised when you found out Janet was married to Renee when she ain't tell you about her first marriage? So as Janet's promoting Control, it's all about Michael. Kind of like how everybody would ask Solange about Beyonce because nobody was really that interested in Solange. I remember that interview in Dallas, although according to y'all, she's a star now. I mean, no Beyonce, but a star. In the same way that I'm a star. Girl, some heifer asked if Michael was baptized. I think you meant circumcised. Oh, so we get into the Rhythm Nation album, but they shouldn't have played that raw vocal. Oh, goodness, that had salmonella poisoning. It was so raw. Very pitchy, very Paula Abdul. Maybe that's why she keeps her voice so low, so we can't tell she can't sing. That little footage of Janet blowing up at the session is supposed to make her interesting? Oh, I'm going to bed. I'll see y'all for part 2 of this poo-poo. Okay, we only got 15 more minutes. That's fine. Oh my goodness, if I see Jennifer Aniston on one more commercial, I don't want to look like a dog-haired lady. So Rhythm Nation was the first socially conscious pop album. Oh, goodness. Why did they keep going in the vault to bring out these weak vocals? I'm sorry, honey. Maybe this is why you didn't sing. Wouldn't have been nothing to sing about. This is terrible. I'd be embarrassed. So Renee Angelil was bisexual because he defined himself as an extension of Janet. Maybe he could have been a vocal extension so we could hear the heifer. But he was her right-hand man since she couldn't be everywhere as we got ready for the Rhythm Nation tour. Not Vocal Nation, Rhythm. Janet was so afraid nobody would come to the show. Well, I wish I hadn't come to what I thought was your show. We shouldn't have come to that. Me and Matt. Girl, the last half hour has really been just mostly concert footage. You could have kept it. Could have kept it. These non-studio struggle concert vocals, I'm sorry, but she can give you, let's wait a while. Let's wait a while before we go too far. But live, maybe it's because you was young and you just couldn't find the note, but somebody should have pointed you in the right direction. Oh, well, that was part one. I'm going to get to power and hit y'all back with part two. Much like her performance at Harlem Week, it won't be much.